One thing that I'm starting to realize at 37 that I wish I realized at 27 was being around the right people is so important. And this is something that I knew surface level, but on a deeper perspective is so important. We get friends and we get people who come into our life, and then years down the road, we're astonished when we find out that they don't have the same moral code that we have, or they don't thrive on the same values. And most of the time it's because we're trying to take our own perspective and fit it into their perspective because we have simple commonalities. And it's so much more deeper than that. I'm realizing a lot of standards and a lot of things I have for myself and a lot of things I live by may not fit the perspective of some of my peers, and that's okay. But that does not mean that I have to be friends with them just because we have things in common. We simply just have things in common. And I wish I would have known this at 27. It would have saved me a lot of time with a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships that I necessarily grew out of. But it has taught me, I don't regret it because it has taught me that it's important to really get to know people on a more of a moral level and more of a level of deep knowing and core valueship than it does just on the surface level of common hobbies and things that you like to do. Because how I like to live my life and how I like to structure my day and how I like to set certain goals for myself may be looked at as too much for a person who just likes to simply go with the flow of the day. And that's cool, but that's not the way I do things. And I think this is something just that we need to look at and something that we need to take for value when we're building relationships, and whether it's romantic or friendships with other people.